Speaking of China, let's move on. Xi Jinping has his hand on all levers of power in China. It's no secret. He's the president of the country, the general secretary of the Communist Party, and the chairman of the Central Military Commission. That's the top military body of China. And very soon he is expected to secure a record third term. The significance of this cannot be underestimated. A third term puts Xi Jinping on par with Mao Zedong, the father of modern-day China. Will Xi Jinping mark the occasion by giving himself a title bump, something that truly secures his place in history books? What title would the Communist Party give to a leader who already has control over everything? How does chairman sound? Speculation is growing. There is a good chance that Xi Jinping will create a new identity for himself. Chairman Xi Jinping. It is a title that hasn't been used since the Mao years. But Xi Jinping could resurrect it. But why? What's the thinking behind the move? To understand the significance, we need to turn back the clock. When Mao Zedong was in power, he served as the chairman of the Communist Party, and that's where Chairman Mao comes from. As chairman, Mao enjoyed sweeping powers. He controlled not only the government, but the armed forces too. But in Mao's case, the title chairman became a part of his identity. Such was his cult of personality. While he was in office, Mao completely eliminated the office of the president. It effectively gave Chairman Mao complete control. He held this title till his death in 1976. A few more leaders got a chance to become chairman after Mao, but they were never really able to match Mao's stature. When Deng Xiaoping took charge, he tried to restore the balance of power. He restored the offices of the president, set a two-term limit for the post, and abolished the title of chairman. Unlike Mao, Deng was firmly against any form of consolidation of power. As we all know by now, Xi Jinping has reversed many of those Deng-era reforms. He got rid of the term limits on the presidency in 2018. This now allows Xi to rule over China for life. Xi Jinping has amassed power on a similar scale as Mao. He is the head of the government, the party and the military. So the title of chairman would reaffirm his position within the Chinese setup. Given his undeniable grip on power, more legitimacy, and he seems to have the support to push for this. Consider now what is happening at the Central Political and Legal Affairs Commission. This happens to be a key wing of China's Communist Party. It oversees law enforcement within China. It includes a police force. And we all know how paranoid the Communist Party is about internal security. Here are some facts. China spends more on domestic security than the PLA. Now a key leader in law enforcement is drumming up support for Xi Jinping. His name is Chen Yixin. He is the Secretary General of the Central Political and Legal Affairs Commission. Listen to this. I quote, "Our party and our country are so lucky to have General Secretary Xi Jinping as the core of the party's leader and the commander of the military. We must wholeheartedly rally around the core and love the core." Now that's what Shen Shihin wrote recently. He's sending a message to all law enforcement officers. Support Xi Jinping no matter what. Already the Chinese mouthpieces have begun calling Xi Jinping the people's leader. That's another attempt to put Xi Jinping on par with Mao. Don't forget, Mao Zedong was called the great leader, and Xi Jinping is being called the people's leader. So, will he add the title of chairman to his kitty? We'll only find out later this month when the Communist Party meets for its 20th Congress in Beijing. Of course, we'll keep an eye on all the developments for you. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.